ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling is Real to Us and the Killer Elite would like to present to you our fifth installment of the Rope Talk. Our host tonight, Simon Highland, myself, Gabriel Pierce, and we'll be recapping June 27th episode of Monday Night Raw and the July 4th of Raw, considering we missed a week. And we'll be talking about what the future holds for the WWE and the upcoming draft coming up in a couple weeks. Let's dig into this, guys. Get started today. The June 27th Raw, and the show opens with Seth Rollins coming right out, and
pipe bomb.
He kind of starts the show off, the pipe bomb.
Yeah, see, I thought it was what he said was good, but he had the thing on the Titantron and everything else, so it wasn't like a serious pipe bomb. It was scripted, so it wasn't like it was oh my god, he's breaking kayfabe and just going for it. It was a general. It was scripted what to say, but nonetheless, it was freaking awesome.
It was awesome, but I think WWE messed up here because it is now backfiring. Stuff is leaking everywhere. They leaked the WWE 24 about the redemption for Roman Reigns,
which they've pulled now.
Which they now pulled, and Vince is supposedly pissed about. And so that is going to be completely scrapped. This feels like a complete failure, like the Lex Express experiment back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So this looks like it's going to be a fall. And I think it's pissing Vince off backstage. So yeah, I think it turned into a pipe bomb on accident.
Yeah. It was good because the more pushed down Roman gets, the better I like it. So the more
I think the better a lot of us like it though.
The more fuck ups that happen with whether it's with all the leaks or what's said and what's not said, then the further down, the further push down that he's gonna get, because they're not gonna be able to dig him out of it as well as they'd hope now. So, which is always a bonus, because while he's off screen, it's better. Even though I must admit, the last two Raws, the June episode and the 4th of July episode, haven't been that great. But
they've had higher ratings though than the last 12 Raws.
That's because there's no fucking Roman.
Because there's no Roman Reigns. So. And it shows that they can think on their feet better when there's no the guy around.
It works better because the show's not focused on him, so it allows the show to elaborate on other talent and everything else. So whatever he's not about, it's better.
Yeah, but that's the thing that without having when John Cena was around, pushing the main event, like CM Punk was bitching about. As soon as he took him out of the picture, the ratings started going up. So if you're pushing people that people don't like, that's why your ratings are.
Yeah, it's common sense. Like you can tell that you just have to look at the merchandise sales and everything else on over WrestleMania weekend, like on how big the push was on Roman. Yet New Day were outselling everybody. They outsold literally everybody for. Well, they've been outselling everyone for quite a while now, but over WrestleMania weekend, it was ridiculous how much they outsold everyone.
Yeah, AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles came in second merchandise sales, and Kevin Owens came in third.
Yeah.
So WrestleMania weekend.
The fact that there's two champions, one champion in Kevin Owens over WrestleMania, and the tag champions, and someone who'd been in the company for 2 months. Outselling your WWE champion.
Yep.
If that doesn't give you a wake up call and tell you, hang on a minute, this isn't working, then I don't know what will. If the fans booing we all know the fans booing and everything will never do it for Vince, but money, that's something that he can relate to, and the fact that Roman's not drawing money should ring alarm bells and say, look, hang on a minute. And the fact the ratings have gone up since Seth Rollins have come back as well.
And I don't understand why he's not seeing this, because he's experienced this exact thing with the Lex Express, and I'm going to keep pounding this home. The Lex Express is like the exact metaphor that you want to bring home with this Roman Reigns experiment. They need to repackage him. They need to send him down and think of something completely new, because if they keep this up, it's going to completely collapse like Lex Luger did.
What I'd do is I would take him off television. And
take him off television for 9 months.
I would
take him off for 9 months.
6 to 9 months.
Yep.
Put an injury in as a work or something just to keep him off telly. Completely repackage him, do everything. Bring him back as a monster heel. I know we keep saying it, and turning someone heel won't always change your perception on someone, and it won't always make their character better. But in this instance,
you don't even need to bring him in as necessarily a monster heel. You can bring him back in as a muscle of a faction again.
Yeah.
And then you can do the whole thing of him doing the Batista thing, like what Batista did to Triple H in Evolution.
Yeah.
You can do that, and that will work. Just repeat it. That's all you have to do. You just have to repeat it and do it right this time.
Yeah.
They did it wrong. Now you have to redo it and do it right. It's not too late. They just have to stop. That's all they have to do is just stop.
It just needs the brakes put on it. But the segment with I liked it.
Oh yeah. So and then we get Dean comes down, shuts him up, and I'm liking the champion Dean. This is like a whole different Dean, and I've ragged on Dean because of his. I don't like his moveset, but I don't know. This is a different Dean. Has the same moveset, but the attitude's a little better.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got that added arrogance. Like it's a quiet arrogance. It's not like a.
It's an Austin-like arrogance.
Yeah, it's not
I'm digging it.
It's not an in your face. Like a Seth Rollins arrogance. It's just quietly confident that he knows he's the best. Like,
yep, and I'm digging it.
Yeah, I like it.
So he comes out, says his piece, and then AJ, and this shocked me, and a couple other guys come out. You get AJ comes out, and then Cena comes out. And
yeah, I was quite shocked that AJ came out, but then as soon as he came out, I knew that Cena was going to come out and do his little piece, but I was quite shocked at the matches that they made. They obviously made to try and make it into a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way, which
got us all hyped up.
Yeah, it did. I wouldn't have liked Cena in the match, but that's because I just don't like Cena. But AJ in the match, that would have been freaking awesome.
Then that would kind of screw it up, because then you'd have the Bullet Club involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's where you brought the Shield. That's where you could bring the Shield back.
Yeah.
That would be the best. That's not going to happen for quite a while, but that could have been an alleyway for them to bring the Shield back, because you think the club screw all three of them into getting AJ as champion, and then bang, you've got the Shield back together to take out the club. So that's something
for a Survivor Series, like for a Survivor Series 3-on-3 match.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie comes out and she makes all the matches, and it was a nice little mark out moment.
Yeah.
Got you excited for Raw for the night, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then she does the whole spot where she's like, Shane's not here, and so it's kind of hyping you up for the draft, pretty much.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they're playing very well on the draft. Sometimes they're overplaying it, and then other times they can't make up their mind.
They're not playing it up. They're not playing it up enough.
Yeah.
All right. moving on. Now we move to the Divas Tag Team match. It was Paige and Sasha Banks versus Dana and Charlotte.
This
was a pretty good match.
It could have been better.
It could have been better. But it was, I believe, Sasha Banks' first match back.
Yeah.
Yes, it was her first match back. Yeah, it was her first match back,
yeah.
And I believe she pinned Dana.
Yeah.
She made her tap out.
She made Dana tap out with the bank statement, yeah.
Yeah, but it was decent. Paige was sloppy, I remember that. But Sasha looked decent. So
yeah, Sasha looked good, and Dana Brooke sold the match quite well. I thought she can't hit moves very well. I don't like her very much, but she sold the match pretty well.
It's looking like Sasha's getting a lot of momentum, so it's looking like she's gonna lose.
She looks like herself, though.
She looks like what?
She looks like when she first came back. She looked like how she did in NXT, where she was a little bit more skinny, a little bit more faster.
Yeah.
It looked during her last run before she got hurt. She looked like she was getting a little bit bigger, a little bit slower, and a little bit sloppier. So you can tell she's really been trying to dedicate her craft to being better.
Yeah, like the Eddie style.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling she's going to lose at the pay-per-view and then win it at SummerSlam.
She's winning it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that's when she's going to take it.
Yeah, I think there's going to be interference.
How close is that, Charlotte, to
Nikki's reign? 7 days away. She will be 7 days away at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't play that up. I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki came in and interfered. Like if Dana interferes on her behalf, and Nikki comes down and interferes just so Sasha can win it for sure.
Yeah, I could see that to set up a Charlotte versus Nikki.
I don't think there's any chance that Charlotte will beat that record. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do like.
But after she loses it, do you think she'll get another title shot? Because they're kind of soured on her. They're kind of just giving it to her because there's nobody else to give it to right now.
I don't know. They might bring up Bayley and start a Bayley-Sasha rival.
Yeah.
So, because Bayley and Sasha could tear down the house, and they might do Nikki versus Charlotte for a little while.
Yeah, and there are rumors that the NXT title is going to come back and be the Divas title on one show, and the Women's title is going to be on the other show.
Yeah, I heard those rumors too.
I haven't heard that. That's pretty cool.
So they're gonna have both the championships, and then they have that Cruiserweight Classic going on. They're thinking about bringing back the Cruiserweight Champion out of that too.
By the way, I need to watch that tonight.
I haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched this.
Yeah, the brackets happened last night.
Yeah, that's all I've seen, and that's all I know. But they're thinking about bringing it back from that match.
Cool.
But, yeah. All right, and then we move on to very, very sexy Lana, and introducing her husband Rusev. Her fiance Rusev. But it was Rusev versus Titus. Sloppy count-out win by Titus.
Yeah.
That whole match was sloppy. That was probably the poorest of their matches that they've ever had. It just looked like they were both trying to overpower each other, and it didn't work out.
It felt Goldberg, Brock Lesnar-esque.
It felt like a sumo match.
That's exactly what it felt like. It just felt very sloppy.
There is no match that could ever be as bad as Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg. If there is ever a match that bad, I will disown WWE, because that was probably one of the most hyped matches in history, and it was the worst match in history.
So, both guys are going out. Both guys didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care.
No, they didn't.
But I don't want.
But yeah, Titus got a sloppy dub. So, but I guess it put him into the title picture for July 4th. I didn't watch that match.
I watched that match, and it was a lot better than the June 27th edition. It was.
Yeah.
It was definitely a lot better. But I'm a big Titus fan, but I think they're starting to do the same thing that they've done with Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
And it worked the first time, but they can't keep repeating the same thing.
One guy beats up on the other guy while he's on the ground, and the other guy comes over and beats up on the. I mean, there's no real back and forth. It's just you beat me, then I beat you, and then the match is over.
Yeah. And in the July 4th episode, Titus's Clash of the Titus was the sloppiest version that he's done. He didn't hit it. He didn't hit it properly. He didn't get his legs over his arms. They even both shuffled towards the ropes. It was a really, really sloppy move.
Yep. Exactly.
So then there was a backstage segment with Stephanie and Kane, and they had a spot with the Miz.
Miz.
I don't really remember it. So
it was basically because the Miz came back, wasn't it, from his shooting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were talking about the movie.
And he was like, "You've and such and such from the
for the 30 days."
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "I've been in a movie too."
Yeah.
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 So,
Okay.
it was obviously set up a mystery opponent for the Miz, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have Seth Rollins versus John Cena, and I thought it was a hell of a match.
It was a good match.
It was a really good match for Monday Night Raw. The ending was just kind of whatever, because AJ came down, so it was kind of a end, but hell of a match.
I think since John Cena's come back from his injury, I think he's starting to win people over again with his wrestling ability.
Holy crap! He's getting cheers.
Schemes.
Nobody's booing him.
No, I know.
Notice?
Yeah, because they're not just sticking him in with whoever.
I think people are so in love with booing Roman Reigns that they don't boo John Cena anymore.
Well, it's because they're pushing Roman for the main event every night, and John Cena comes out in the middle of the show now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come out at the beginning and talking. He just comes out like in the middle, and that's kind of a perfect spot for him to be in if he wants to keep wrestling the way he is.
I think people are going to be pushing for Cena to win the title soon, and actually want him to win the title.
I just want it to happen so it's over and done. 2 more title reigns, and then
just end it.
Yeah.
And then just let him just face AJ for the rest of his career.
Yeah,
just put it at that.
just anything, because he's going to break Flair's record.
Yep.
It's inevitable, but they need to do it soon before his wrestling becomes too sloppy. Because at the moment it's spot on, and he's probably wrestling some of the best matches he's wrestled for the last 4 or 5 years.
Dude, he's fucking doing Hurricane Ranas.
I know.
Like, get him while he's good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he is wrestling probably the best he's wrestled for the last 5 years. So, kudos to him for coming back. He always seems to come back from injury 2 or 3 months before he should anyway. So.
Well, I remember when he came back at WrestleMania, dude, and he looked skinny. I've never seen Cena skinny, and like, he looked like he could go like he wasn't Finn Balor skinny, but like he wasn't like beefy Cena like he normally is,
No, yeah. I'm impressed. That match was very, very good. I think since Seth's come back as well, it's like he's taken his wrestling up to the next level as well, which I didn't think was possible because he is a phenomenal wrestler, but he seems to.
He took out some more of the higher stuff, higher flyer, high risk stuff, and trying to put in more technical stuff. And Cena took out a lot of his like weightlifting, kind of, and added some more technical stuff. So they added stuff that was more trickier to do, but now they're not having to muscle through. John Cena muscle through everything, and Seth Rollins flip around everywhere like an idiot and blow out his knee again.
Yeah, definitely. Very good.
And okay, so we move on from that, and we have Owen Cass take on a couple jobbers. I don't even know
how over are these two?
Dude, right? The jobbers. I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
I don't know, but even against these jobbers, they looked good, and they were so over. The crowd. I was worried when they came up from NXT that it wasn't going to work. Like it would get old. It would get old quick. But every week it just seems to be getting better. And obviously, when we get to the 4th of July episode, wow. That's what I'm going to say for now, but we'll get there in a minute.
Yeah, the crowd keeps getting louder and louder with
it
them.
does.
And then
does.
And the Social Outcast comes out, and that was like, they just demolished them.
Yeah. The Social Outcasts are the Social Outcasts, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
What can you say about that? Like,
they need to put the straps on Enzo and Cass, but that's not going to be for a long while because they're about to give them to the Wyatts. So.
Which is surprising because it's the first time the Wyatts have won them. So
Yeah, which they should have won them a long time ago, but
yeah,
that's
they should have won them when it was Rowan and Harper. So
yeah. And my favorite segment, the Darren Young era.
ugh.
It's growing on me, dude. I wasn't for it at first. I'm telling you.
And you're the only one.
You're the only.
I'm the only fan
You are
on
the
this
only.
dude's train. I am the only fan. I was the only fan of Bo Dallas. I am telling you, I like that. I like this guy, dude. For some reason,
we're gonna have to have a talk about this, you know.
I like the Bob Backlund thing, especially since he's there with him.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I
like it better if they actually like came on the show like in the middle of ring and said stuff instead of that split monitor.
Well, I think that's what's next because they made the live debut with Bob Backlund coming down ringside with him.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's next. So yeah, I think he's gonna have him like do push-ups in the middle of the ring when he loses a match and shit. So I'm gonna be excited to see what's next.
Do you think they're gonna do you think they'll put him on a losing streak first and then?
I think they're gonna put him on like a 5-match losing streak, and then they're gonna have Bob Backlund put him through a ringer.
Yeah.
In front of people, and then he's gonna start to win some matches. I think that's what's gonna happen. So I think it's going to work. Maybe to like some like U.S. title.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do
something.
you think because obviously Titus is gonna fail again?
Yeah, it won't be anything huge, but it could be like a shocker win over Rusev, and that's it for his career. But it won't be anything bigger than that.
No, what I mean is like he'll take the title from Rusev, but Rusev will win it straight back kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that, like a Zack Ryder type thing. Yeah. So, but I can't see his career going anything bigger than that. But it excites me that they're giving somebody like him.
Yeah.
A chance, you know. They're giving him a gimmick.
Like him.
Shut up, Dan. No, somebody who's supposed to be buried.
You're starting some controversy now.
Somebody who is supposed to be buried. This dude was so buried under everything.
Yeah. That
he should not have been unburied, dude. So
he's unburied because he came out. I'll put it right out there.
No, dude. Even when he came out, he was still buried, dude.
No, when he came out and then started doing that gay pride stuff, and you know,
even then it took him 2 years to get unburied, dude.
Yeah, but Titus has done the same thing where Titus was getting buried, and then when you start getting your name out there with like doing a lot of charity work, and it looks good on the WWE, the WWE will come bring you back out.
Yeah, I hope they give him something. That's all I'm saying. I have high hopes for this Darren Young thing. And I'm gonna every time he does something, I'm gonna pinpoint it out, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't mind him. He's paid his dues. He's done a lot for the company. I wouldn't mind seeing the title on him. I'm just saying that they just don't know how to use him. You know, now they're trying to repackage him again. You know, that's all right. So
yeah. At
least they're trying something.
Exactly. Yeah. They're trying something different.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're using Bob Backlund. I really like Bob Backlund. That dude held the title for 6 years. And I just watched the Iron Sheik documentary.
Yeah.
And they had Bob Backlund in it, so that was kind of cool to see Bob Backlund. So
he doesn't look like he's got any older.
I'd rather them do something with him than stick him with 2 other guys that they're not doing anything with, and just make them crap jobbers like they do with the Social Outcast, like they've done with multiple groups before that. 3-man band.
Exactly.
So. Yeah.
So then the next thing is the Special Olympics Performance Center thing. They had Big Show come out, and WWE did their classy thing like they always do. And I think Big Show is the perfect ambassador for the Special Olympics thing. He kind of is kind of after his wrestling career's over, he's the perfect ambassador for stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. People don't want to wrestle. They want to meet him. I don't want to see Big Show in a match. But hey, if he came to Rockford and was doing a meet and greet, I'd go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, he's larger than life. He's still, he's a big guy, and it's just, kind of amazing to see. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to see him in a match, but if he said, hey, I'll give you 20, if you give me $20, I'll choke him through this table. I'll get that 20 out of my pocket pretty quick.
So yeah, that was a pretty classy thing that they're doing with the
nice piece.
I like that. Then they have the next thing up was the Summer Rae versus Becky Lynch match. Natalia was on commentary. Becky
flew
attacks Natty.
Flew out, attacks
and then there
Natty.
was
Yeah.
Then there was no match.
Yeah.
Confused the crap out of me.
Nah.
Well, they're trying to have something for them to do.
They're just trying to keep.
Start.
I think they're just trying to. I don't even know what they're doing with Becky Lynch.
They're screwing Becky over, like, dude. They're wasting her.
But if this NXT,
They're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing with Natalia.
I don't think Natalia's that great a wrestler though.
They don't let her do what she's. If you've seen her wrestle in her underground stuff that she used to do back when Tyson was ready to go, instead of injured every two, she actually could wrestle with all of them. But it's they put this kind of woman, kind of diva, kind of. What really screwed up her career was being married right when she started. Yeah. And the reason that hurt, because they want their divas. I mean, you can be dating, and that's what that tried to hurt Lana and Rusev's career, is that they want the females to look like they're available, they're sexy, they're strong, independent women. So when they come out and they're just married right away, and that's the first association they have, and then the whole total diva thing where it totally breaks that wall down.
Yeah.
It's just like that kind of just let her down, and then it didn't help when she actually was like getting really good and everything. They brought in a female wrestler that was just like her, but just better with Beth Phoenix, and so all the attention got pushed to Beth instead of Natalia. She's always in the wrong place in the wrong time, and when she needs to be there and could get titles, she's not there because she's just supporting her husband.
Yep.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Well put, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Next up was the highlight reel with Jericho. He had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on the highlight reel.
Yeah. Disappointing.
He didn't really say anything we didn't really know.
No.
They've been best friends forever.
I like the way
roll.
Kevin Owens tries to make it out that Sammy's the bad guy.
I loved that.
Yeah. I really
freaking
like that.
dug that, and it made sense how he said it.
I know, that's exactly. I was when I was listening to it, I was like, actually, that completely makes sense.
Yeah.
And I felt for Kevin Owens when he said it. I was like, son of a bitch, you just made me feel for you. And that is the perfect heel when you could do something like that.
Kevin Owens
everything
is
I've done,
freaking
you
awesome.
followed me to do.
Yeah.
It solidified to me that he is the number one guy in the business right now.
Yeah, definite. I can't disagree with that.
You, like, on the mic, in the ring, we all know in the ring he's the number one guy in the business. Yeah. But on the mic, dude, right there, that was like, you were able to turn that, and like, holy crap. I'm sold 100% that he's number one in my eyes. Yeah. Like AJ is close in the ring to being number one to me, but I'm sold on KO. KO needs the strap. He needs that title on him before the end of the year. Some way, somehow, it needs to go on him.
I think he's gonna win the Rumble.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's the one that wins the Rumble now.
I think he will, because we had the conversation before about
if Ambrose, him and Dean.
Yeah, with him and Ambrose. So Ambrose won Money in the Bank, which I can totally see Kevin Owens winning the Rumble.
I liked how at the end of the segment they both super kicked Jericho.
Yeah.
or Zayn does this like kind of retarded like big boot, standing still big boot, like Kevin Owens super kicks him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kevin Owens just kind of looks at Zayn and then walks away. So the segment was okay, but Kevin Owens sold that segment.
He did.
Zayn just Zayn got kind of owned.
Yeah, it's the same thing when he was Kevin Steen. He would do the same stuff where he would just put it the way it is, but he's very comical. But his character, how he tries to keep it, how he has to be so serious. But if you ever seen any of his backstage stuff, he's just a total goofball.
Yeah. So the next segment was The Miz in his title shot with Maurice taking on the Demon Kane.
Yeah. What can you say about that?
Nothing really.
She does her little fake
injury thing, yeah.
Yeah. and then she thinks that she's like an actress and everything in the back.
Yeah, I haven't really got much to say on this. Kane.
Yeah, I kind of highlighted as my caption for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Kane's so like, you know, he's been there for like a long time. People are just like, you know, he's there. Why wouldn't they just give him just a clean victory, clean win, and then not have to have anything to do with her and try to make him look, you know, stronger at least? But
I would have rather had her hop up on the apron, Kane look at her, and then have him skull crush finale Kane, and then pin him.
Yeah.
Right.
Do it that way, like do something like that.
That was definitely a better way to do the ending. If they weren't going to give him a clean win, then there was definitely a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we have next up was the tag team match between Cesaro and Apollo Crews and Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio.
This was an okay match, I thought.
It was an okay match, and then Del Rio and Sheamus kind of had a falling out in the match.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they kind of started to attack each other at the end, and that's what gave Cesaro and Apollo the win.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing with everything, with those four guys now. Like,
They don't even know.
No.
No, they're kind of just throwing them.
That was like a filler match. Like, how do we have the most superstars we can have in a match that, you know, doesn't lead to anything, but just fills in for time?
Pretty much.
I've got nothing else to say, really. It was
No, it was just an okay match. That was about it.
yeah. I don't know. The Raw seemed to get. It started off okay, then it kind of
Fizzled,
and then it got a bit better, and then it fizzled out again. There hasn't been a really consistent basis for Raw yet. I hope that does.
Yeah, they're waiting for that draft show, and then everything will take off. It's just they're trying to wind down, get everything. They don't want to put anything into stone yet. They want to, you know, have a lot of surprises, a lot of, you know, matchups you weren't even thinking about. They're waiting for that show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then so next up we had a Dean backstage segment with Stephanie.
Right.
I forgot exactly what happened during that segment.
She
This was
doesn't.
2 weeks ago.
She's calling him embarrassment to the title and stuff, isn't she? And
Yeah.
saying that he doesn't deserve it and all the rest of it.
Right.
Typical Stephanie. Just pointing out the fact that she doesn't want Dean to be the face of the company. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's funny because they won't let Renee interview Dean because they both can't keep a straight face. It's hilarious. They both just look at each other and giggle, and they're just like laughing about it.
That's because
they're getting it on with the title on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel? How do you think I feel? Who do you think I'm taking home after this? Let's go, baby.
So then next up we had Miz TV with Dean Ambrose. And I believe this is where he turns Miz TV into the Ambrose Asylum.
Yeah.
I don't remember
And
this.
he kind of hijacks Miz TV from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember the segment.
Me either. But I think it ends in Dirty Deeds.
Yeah,
Deeds.
that sets up the champion versus champion match, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. This Raw was pretty much all set up for the next one, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that starts for the champion versus champion match for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. A couple nights later, yeah. All right, and then this is one of my favorite segments. The New Day comes out. And they have their little thing with the Wyatts. And
This has got me interested.
yes, so much. I'm loving the Xavier Woods wild card thing going on.
I can't pinpoint what they're going to do with him, so...
No, me either. This isn't the one where he snaps on him.
No, but
that's,
I in general, like, with it, the way that he's just obviously... He kept the eye contact with them, didn't he? And he was... Like, every time they had the positive thing, he was kind of... He wasn't doing his piece. He wasn't saying what he usually says, and he was kind of, like, fixated on Bray. and like making like little movements towards him and things like that. So it was good. Yeah, I just don't know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna play it out.
It's like he's taken him extremely serious, and he doesn't feel positive about the situation.
Yeah.
And
did you see his interview with Michael Cole?
I did not.
No, I haven't seen.
He said, Michael Cole made the point. He's like, what's so wrong? And he said that Bray Wyatt knows stuff about Xavier Woods that nobody else knows.
Ah.
Oh. And he said he walked, and then like I said, July 4th he did walk out, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But he said, I love my brothers, but I was on the compound with them. It's they don't know what they're getting into. And they don't know what I've done and what's been happening in the past. And Bray knows stuff. And he mentioned Luke Harper being there. He mentioned, he doesn't know what's going to be there, but he really made it a point that, he doesn't really want to mess with Bray like they mess with other people, but because there's a more serious it's more personal for Xavier Woods, and for Big E and Kobe, it's more business. So
yeah, well, Bray makes the point during this episode. He's like, how can positivity put food on the table for a family who's starving and stuff like that? And he goes like deeper into positivity. Yeah. And and like that hit home for me because I grew up poor and everything, and I was like, damn, like Bray's throwing it on thick. I'm like, this is getting personal for a wrestling fan, because a lot of wrestling fans are poor. This is a poor person's entertainment. Like, honestly, it's a poor person's entertainment. So it's like, when you're watching at home, it's like he's hitting home with a lot of people. So
I like Bray a lot.
I like Bray a lot too, but it was like, it's like, dude, you're throwing it on thick.
Yeah, very, very good segment.
Yeah, I'm really digging it, and we're gonna go more into this on the next Raw that we're gonna be discussing. But yeah, I'm getting very much excited for the pay-per-view. Is it this Sunday or the Sunday after?
Sunday after.
Oh, and then the draft is 2 days after that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna lead up to good stuff.
Because you got UFC this weekend, don't you?
Yeah. So. All right, and then leads to the main event of the evening: Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles.
Yeah,
which was another good match.
It was a good match. I think Dean got to showcase a little bit more of what he is capable of. Than he does usually. So that was nice to see. But then he's in with AJ, so people can showcase a little bit more than they would do with the average wrestler, because it's AJ Styles. You know what I mean? So you can put out there what you wouldn't put out in a normal match, because he makes everyone better. So
I don't know. I want him to get rid of 2 moves.
That stupid fucking lean on
elbow drop.
Yeah, the elbow drop and the lean on the ropes into the clothesline.
Yes. Thank you. Oh my God.
I can't stand
that move. Get rid of those.
Really?
Those two moves. Drop them.
Yeah. I love Dirty Deeds. It's a legit.
Love Dirty Deeds. I love the suicide dive through the ropes.
Yeah.
I'll put up with everything else. The bulldog, I'm okay with. Like, I'll put up with everything else he does. All the other stupid suicidal shit he does, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Just drop those 2.
Definitely.
And I'm good. And he does the best DDT in the business right now.
Yeah.
Like, it is just gnarly looking. When he hit it on AJ sold the shit out of that.
Yeah.
It looked beautiful. Like, it looked better than when he did it to Seth Rollins. So, like, yeah, it was a good match. And Cena coming down and stopping the Bullet Club from interfering. And then AJ's like, oh, what the fuck? And, yeah, so that was a nice little ending there.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. So that concluded the June 27th
episode of Raw. Yeah, it was good. It was alright.
It was alright. I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5. It was alright, Raw.
Yeah. Wasn't the best one in a while.
So then we get to jump over to the
4th.
July 4th Independence Day Raw.
Yeah, where we start with they're all having their little food, eating their food, and getting you got R-Truth and Goldust singing a little song, and then you get the Vaudevillains come out, try and sing whatever Aiden English does.
I love Aiden English, dude.
I don't even know what you could call that, but and then the Miz comes out in a white suit, and automatically I think, okay, so here we go, food fight. He wouldn't come out in a white suit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then obviously they had the massive food fight. I love
my favorite part of this food fight was Kevin Owens
under the table eating the crisps.
Under the table, eating the chips, dude.
Yeah, that was quality. And then Heath Slater got put through the table. That was my favourite bit as well. Literally, just hides under the table. Bo Dallas gets his jelly tipped on his head, and Big Show and Kane chokeslam Heath Slater through the table, and then Kevin Owens at the end he comes out, doesn't he, from underneath the table and gets a pie in his face, which I thought was quite funny. Still don't know who did the pie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it was quite funny. It was an okay opening segment. It was alright. And then obviously you had Lillian Garcia with the national anthem, and then Rusev, which was probably the most obvious thing in the world that was going to happen. Rusev coming out. Well, you had Lana come out, didn't you? Is it me or is she getting hotter?
Dude, she's getting hotter, dude. I think it's because she let down that bun.
Yeah.
Once she let down that bun, it was all bets off, dude. Whew. Oh my god.
Yeah. Then we had the Titus O'Neil come out in his Uncle Sam outfit, and automatically I think it sets the tone for the night that anyone dressed up is getting beaten. So yeah, he came out. They had a better match than they had the week before. It was. I think Titus was a bit sloppy in the match. Mentioned it earlier that when he hit the Clash of the Titus, it was very sloppy. He didn't land right where it was. He didn't get his feet over his arms, and they both shuffled towards the ropes quicker. And then obviously at the end of the match, Rusev hits him with the accolade. Tap out again. And like I mentioned it earlier, the programming is almost identical to what happened with Jack Swagger. When Rusev had his first year unbeaten. Not too keen on that.
Yeah.
It was a right match. It wasn't anything to rave about. And then we have my favourite guy, Enzo. Enzo Amore comes out, and he obviously does his little thing, and then he spouts off all the presidents. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I love Enzo. He didn't miss a beat with it though, did he? To be fair.
No. He's pretty boss.
Yeah, definitely. You can't I don't know how you can't fault him. The only thing I can say, he needs to improve in the ring a little bit. But then it works. It works for the tag team that they've got, because he gets beat up, and then Cass comes in and destroys him, and then they win the match, kind of thing. So it does work for them. But that's the only criticism I've got of the tag team, is I think Enzo needs to be able to showcase his in-ring ability a little bit more.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, it was obviously with the social outcasts come out dressed as don't even know what they were dressed like. Whatever they were dressed in, and they came out, and like I said a minute ago, that sets the tone for the night, that anyone dressed up is, they're going to get beat.
Yeah.
And I think they need a better finisher than that rocket launcher Enzo and Cass. It's like Cass doesn't actually do anything for it. This is a big frog splash. So I think they could do with a better finisher, but other than that, it was pretty good. But I do love Enzo on the mic. He is gold, absolute gold.
Agreed.
I can't remember if we had any backstage segments, but I think we had Charlotte and Dana come out. I thought it could have been better than it was, but it gave a bit of time on the mic for Charlotte, which she needs to develop that in her game
a little bit better.
Yeah.
She needs to get better on the mic.
Yeah.
And Sasha ended up coming down, right?
Yeah, Sasha came out.
Didn't she destroy her on the mic?
She is. I was a little bit disappointed with Sasha though. I thought her content and what she said was brilliant, but her actual delivery of it was a little bit lackluster, I thought. But what she said was gold. Like she literally destroyed. Is when she turned around, when Charlotte turned around and says, you're not even in the conversation, and she goes, no, I am the conversation. I thought that was quality. Because obviously the fans love her. WWE, the board and everything, the creative are obviously high on her. It's just unfortunate she got injured when she did. So yeah. Do you remember? It gives her a good chance. It gives both women a good chance to develop that side of their characters, side of their game. Again, I'm not too sure if we had any backstage segments or anything, but we had the champion versus champion match, which I thought was a pretty good match actually.
Which one was this?
Champion versus champion, Ambrose versus The Miz.
Oh yeah. It was a good match. Yeah. Miz actually performed very well.
Yeah, but we've said this before, haven't we, about The Miz? Obviously, you're quite high on him, so. But he is an underrated talent.
He's a utility guy.
Yeah, he is. If you need like we said before, if you need on one of the mid card titles, you need someone to come in and fill for a bit. He's one of those guys that you can just give the title to and. It's going to be sound. So, and he'll always give you 100%. So, yeah, it's good. It gave The Miz a bit more respect, but again, I think I don't know what the kind of booking they're doing with Ambrose, because I like him, but I don't know if they're not giving him a big push with the title. They're kind of keeping him high level mid card kind of thing, just as a filler champion, and I don't know whether or not that's.
I don't know what they should have. I don't know. I think they should try to throw Rusev into the mix with Dean.
Do you think?
If you want to build heat with Rusev and build him as a monster heel, you throw him into this world title mix and have him beat Dean.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him beat the champion outright. Don't have him go for the title. Just have him beat the champion, because it's getting stale with Titus.
Yeah.
He's running out of competitors in the U.S. title division.
They need something else for Rusev. They need. So yeah, maybe putting him in with Ambrose. They don't have to give him the title.
And then what you could do with that is actually, if you have him beat Dean outright, and just have him beat Dean. Don't have him go for the title, but when Roman does come back, you put Roman in the match with Rusev, and it gives Roman a mid-card title.
Yeah.
Roman hasn't held a mid-card title.
No, he hasn't. he got jumped straight up to the big time,
So,
didn't he? So
that could be a rebuild technique.
It could be, yeah, because you could have the whole thing that Rusev destroys Ambrose.
Destroys Ambrose and Reigns kind
comes
of
back for revenge kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be kind of a rebuild type thing, you know, that he feels sympathy that this dude just completely crushed his friend, and that's the reason why Dean loses the title to Seth.
Yeah.
Type situation.
Yeah.
Because of like an injury type situation.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or what you could do is you could do like, play it into a storyline like Rusev just completely crushes Dean.
Yeah.
Just demolishes, you know, like an absolute brutal hill. Just completely just obliterates him, and then have a Roman come in and be the savior, you know.
But
because the fans could get hooked on that.
They could, and I could see it. But
it would be an epic storyline if they did, though.
But I couldn't see them.
Fans would click on Roman then.
Yeah, but I couldn't see them having the US champ destroy the WWE champ.
Yeah.
It worked. I don't know. With the way you said it, it would work. But whether or not creative would want to take that risk of losing the legitimacy of because you could effectively lose the legitimacy of Ambrose as the WWE champ. But then again, as you say, it would make easy pickings for Seth to take the title. So, yeah. So, obviously they had the match, and they had obviously Ambrose pick up the win, hit the Dirty Deeds on the Miz, and then as he was leaving, Rollins came down, because he was gonna face probably my best match of the night against Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, Ambrose was just walked past Seth, and he done his little pat on the shoulders to say, "Go on, you've got it." And then obviously when Seth got into the ring, Dean came running back down, jumped into the ring, ran straight out the other side, and jumped onto the Spanish commentary, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously then they had Dolph Ziggler came out. But again, I thought it was a good technical match. Very, very good match. 2 weeks in a row now, Seth's had a high quality match, and Ziggler showed that he can still go. So, I think it
was a good match. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good match. The only thing I think Ziggler needs to stop doing is stop trying to be Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of his thing now. So.
Yeah, but he can still. I like the fact that Ziggler, you know what you're going to get in the ring with him, and if there's ever a time where you need to put a top guy in the ring with someone to give a good match, you can always do that with Ziggler. So yeah, it was a good solid match, and obviously you had the ending was quite good. You had Ziggler go for Sweet Chin Music, and it obviously Rollins reversed it into a pedigree, which again I think Rollins' pedigree is so much better than Triple H's.
It's become better. It used to not be better.
No, but since he's come back, it's better.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely better. He gets more air on it, and the impact seems to be a bit more. I don't know if that's because he gets more air on it or not, but the impact seems to be a bit heavier than it ever was for Triple H.
Yeah.
So then you had Rollins jump out onto the Spanish announce table and address the Roman Reigns suspension again. Which I like what he's doing, because I like what he's doing, but I don't like what he's doing as well, because WWE are giving Roman Reigns exposure for being suspended.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. The guy's suspended. Deal with the suspension. He broke their wellness policy. He doesn't deserve to get the exposure. Because they're making it out to be, okay, he's suspended, but he's still the guy. And by using...
When he's not the guy.
Yeah. Rollins is the guy, even he's the man. But he, do you know what I mean? Like, they're using Rollins to get Roman Reigns exposure, and I don't like it. Especially if he hadn't been suspended and he was injured or something, then yeah, fine. But the fact the guy's been suspended makes it worse. I just don't like the way they're doing it. But the end to that exchange was good. Obviously, Ambrose hit Seth with Dirty Deeds on the announce table, which looked pretty painful.
It did.
It legitimately looked painful. And then
the way his head bounced off the table, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't.
It looked like it meant to break the table.
Yeah, but live TV, you can't always.
It didn't, you know.
Yeah. Live TV and yeah, and then we had the power of positivity as a myth. The Wyatt family promo filmed in their little back shack thing.
Loved it.
Yeah, I did. I loved it. The power of positivity is a myth and the fear is real. The whole basement of their little segment, obviously, which I love. I like the fact that he's going back to the fear side of things that they had when they first came onto the scene, trying to take the positive spin on everything out and replace it with the fear that. Yeah, it was very, very good. I'm very interested to see how this is going to pan out.
Especially since they're going to the compound. I'm excited to see how they're going to do it there. Like, they're going to film it like a movie style.
Yeah, and obviously that's going to play out next week, so which is nice because it's the Raw before pay-per-view. So it'll be interesting to see how that does play out at the Shack. But they called out the New Day they did call out the New Day by name in the spot as well, in the pre-recorded spot, so they know the WWE are quite serious about this. So it's a slow burner, but it's definitely going to blow up at Battleground. Definitely.
Yeah.
Very good segment. And then they had this weird little Corbin video.
I didn't see that one.
Did you not see it? Okay, so they had Corbin video showing his accomplishments, how he's decimated people. This is the start of his big push.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, definitely. If you get a chance, I'll tag you in the link. He basically, in the thing, he's basically stated that his arrival begins at end of days for anyone who stands in his way.
So think it's gonna be kind of like a Taker push.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say they're gonna make him the next big heel in the company, like the big monster heel. They've got Kevin Owens, who is and Seth Rollins, who are the top heels in the company at the moment. But then they're gonna make Corbin a big demolishing.
Oh, like the demolition hill.
Yeah, they are definitely gonna do that. It was a very good little video. It wasn't very long, but it gave him the push, because he's better on the mic than Apollo Crews, and he's better on the mic than the Vaudevillains. He's better in the ring than the Vaudevillains. He's not better in the ring than Apollo Crews, so it does make sense to give him this push, though. He's definitely, out of the guys that have come up from NXT, other than Sami Zayn and that, he is the best all-round person, and he's the only heel. He was really, apart from Samoa Joe, he was the only real heel in NXT, so it does make sense for them to give him this push. He's a big guy, he's strong, he's athletic, and that end of days is vicious.
Yeah.
So I like that little segment. And then we had "Excuse me."
Oh yeah, Vicky
mate,
Guerrero.
my ears started to burn. I fucking hate that woman. It's just her voice. What is with her voice?
I only put up with her because she was my favorite wrestler's wife.
Yeah, that's the only reason I give her the time of day. but I just her voice. I just don't. She looks like she's put on about 20 pounds as well.
Yeah.
But please WWE don't make her anything
Don't do it.
to do with
Don't do it.
SmackDown. Don't do it. Don't.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had that, and they had security come out, and then they had a little backstage thing where security were dragging her out, and Ziggler was on the phone.
Ziggler.
And he was like, "No, I've never seen her before." No, you dated her, man. Storyline wise, but he was like, "No, I had nothing to do with her." I thought that was quite funny.
Never seen this lady in my life before.
Never seen her before. No, I thought that was quite funny. And then we had the beginning of the Vaudevillains burial. They came out and they had against the Golden Truth, pointless match, filler match. But the fact that the Golden Truth got the win is sign for me that the Vaudevillains are getting buried.
Oh yeah.
Which is a shame.
Damn.
Because their gimmick's okay, and they could make it a bit better than it is. But yeah, the Golden Truth was.
Well, I'm on board with what Lee has said before, and that the gimmick would be so much better if that guy on the
the little man that does
on the
Titantron
entrance was actually out there with him.
Yeah, their manager.
The gimmick would be put over.
Yeah, I think the guy from that thing, he's like a C-rated comedian, so he's like somebody that would be readily available if they really wanted to bring him in.
And Dan just pops out of nowhere with that.
Sorry, I got a bunch of calls.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's the only that's the only way that they be put over. But
yeah,
I think their whole thing. The problem is that they're trying to promote like old school wrestling, and the WWE at the same time is trying to point the new school of all these new people coming in, and it's kind of like a contradicting thing, and it's just like it's not working right now.
No, but the fact that the Golden Truth got the win is definitely a sign of their burial now. I think you can't come back from losing to the Golden Truth.
Like you could come back from losing a Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Yeah, that works too.
No, I've got nothing to say on them two. We went for that Breezango. Just no. Okay,
then they'll have them lose to Breezango or whatever the hell you call them.
Yeah.
And then have them lose to the rest of the Social Outcasts, and then they can just.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen next. Social Outcasts will get their first ever victory.
Yep.
But then we had a very good segment, John Cena and the Club. I thought this was a good segment. Very, very good segment. Obviously, Cena came down, said his little piece, strong mic performance. But I thought AJ actually, when he came out, for the first time, I think he put Cena in his place for once. And
I don't think remind me what he said again.
Basically,
he
was going up. They came out and they were talking. But they had a bit of segment. The Club came out and they had a little bit of a segment where they were saying that the Club talked about their favorite thing, and it was he asked Lou Gallows, he goes, "What's your favorite thing?" And he goes, "Beating up John Cena." And then he was like, "So Carl, what do you like to do on the holidays?" And he was like, "Beat up John Cena." And it was.
That's that meme that's going around.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's the hashtag beat up John Cena.
Yeah.
I've been watching that.
Yeah.
The AJ Styles picture was like, AJ Styles like, I just hopped over the fence, jumped over a bush, just hopped in the pool over a dolphin. Just to beat up John Cena. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, there's a hashtag. Hashtag beat up John Cena is trending. So.
What the fuck is that, dude? I was like.
But yeah, it was quality. It was like, yeah, what are you gonna do on Memorial Day, Carl? And it was like, beat up John Cena. And it was like, thanks for asking, AJ. I'm gonna beat up John Cena. And it's like, how about you, Gallows? Halloween's coming up. What are you doing? He's like, You're right. I think I'm going to beat up John Cena. It actually made me laugh, which was.
That's not original though, at all.
Yeah,
it's catching though.
It is catching.
It's catching. Same thing with Brock Lesnar when he had to. It's just so nice to just have something against John Cena. Is what it is. If it was any other wrestler, it would have died out. But since it's John Cena, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Lesnar had that. What was it? Eat, sleep, beat John Cena, repeat. It was the same
he did.
thing.
Yeah, and they had obviously a back and forth, and they jumped into the ring, beat up John Cena, and then and then they did actually beat up John Cena.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, they're like, "What do you want to do now?" He's like, "I think I want to beat up John Cena." All right, let's go.
Yeah, and they went down, they beat up John Cena, and then bada boom. My worst fear happened.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with this. I'm impressed with Enzo and Cass, but I'm not impressed with this scenario at all, and I didn't want it to happen.
You know why? Because you know what it reminds you of?
The Usos.
CTC.
No.
CTC. Remember that? Crime Time and Cena?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Let's not.
Where are they two right now?
Let's not.
It reminds me of Crime Time and Cena now.
That was a big guy and a little guy. It's the same exact situation.
Let's not go there again, please.
JTG and Shad Gaspard.
No. Enzo and Cass have got so much more going for them than being seen as little bitches.
It's the same storyline.
But they don't need. But they don't need. No, I love Enzo and Cass, and this. We said this a few weeks ago, didn't we? Gabe, about this situation, and it's happened, and now they got the match at Battleground: Enzo and Cass and Cena versus the Club. I'm disappointed with the creative for this. I'm hoping that it doesn't put Enzo and Cass in a position where they're gonna get shoved down anywhere. But they could be using it to get Cena over. So you can look at it both ways. The fact that these two guys are the most over guys in WWE at the moment.
It gave Cena something to do because otherwise he was just getting beat up every night.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna. I thought that's where they were going to have Orton come out, and they got the new era versus the old era, etc., etc. The new guys coming in, obviously not the new era, there's more the new guys coming in, going through the old guys, because you got to remember, Orton is almost mirrored John Cena in the WWE.
Yeah.
So
but that's the problem, though, is that if you do that, then you'll have to have Orton and AJ in the match, and they want to save that for like a one-on-one match. They're gonna milk AJ versus everybody that he goes against, and they want one-on-one matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, to try to put it in like that.
I suppose if AJ wins the feud, then it gives Orton a point to come in and say, well, you've beaten Cena, but now you've got to beat me. I've done basically everything Cena's done.
Right.
So it does leave that open.
I see them beating Cena, then come back, and then they beat the next guy, whether it be Orton, and then they beat another guy, and then those three guys joining up and saying, you know what, the only reason you beat us individually is because you guys, jumped in or whatever, blah blah blah, and then having them 3-on-3, whoever it may be.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I could even see an Orton, and then I could see Triple H coming back and doing that.
So no one wants to see that.
Well, I don't know what's happening. I'm starting to believe Gabe's theory more and more about that. So.
Which one? About the divorce?
Yeah, about the divorce. Because hell, where's he been?
Yeah.
He's been concentrating on NXT and everything, hasn't he? But yeah.
Yeah, but NXT's about to wrap up. So, I don't know. It's just. She doesn't even refer to him. She used to refer to him all the time, even if he wasn't there. Now it's like nothing.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she wasn't happy with what Triple H said about China.
Yeah. It's all circling the drain. Maybe he's just staying off TV because of that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. And then we actually had the first meaningful Bob Backlund and Darren Young segment. It was actually meaningful.
I didn't see it.
They covered the actual substance with it, and Backlund, because he was saying, what's your finish in it, and then obviously Darren Young said, and then he was like, no, what's your submission? He's like, well, I haven't got one. And so Backlund's giving Young his crossface chicken wing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's giving it to Darren Young to use. So yeah, maybe I'd like to see how that's going to play out when obviously Darren Young gets his re-debut, as I call it. So yeah, it was nice to actually see there was some meaning behind what they're doing. Because obviously past weeks it's been a bit hit and miss. They haven't really given anything to say what they're doing. But yeah, now it's obviously setting up for his re-debut.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You're gonna do something.
Yeah, and then we had.
Backlund comes in and chicken faces him. What?
Don't know. Sets up a Darren Young Bob Backlund match.
No, that'd be tough love. That would just be like tough love.
Yeah. Maybe.
I remember there was a show that was like 3 hours long, and Bob Backlund sat on a treadmill or stood on a treadmill and walked for the entire show while the match was happening inside the ring. That's what he did for like 3 hours of a pay-per-view. He just walked on this treadmill the whole time.
Yeah.
Not running, just brisk walk.
Walking.
Walk back.
You gotta walk everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And then we had Summer Rae versus Becky 2. 3 or whatever. Summer Rae came out. Becky came out. Becky basically destroyed Summer Rae. Which did you see? Summer botch the DDT, the inverted DDT attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like she really hurt Becky when she did it. Maybe landed on her head.
What is her problem?
What? Summer Rae?
Because Summer, when she was in NXT and she was part of the BFS with Charlotte and Sasha Banks, she looked really, really good, and she actually did pretty well. And then it's like now she's back on the main roster, she's starting to like crap out again.
I think she's just got a chip, and I think she feels she can offer more than she's got, and like she's.
But it seems like she does better in a room with like 30 people than like thousands of people. Like she freaks out. Like she tries to overdo it and then she does it wrong.
Maybe it looked like it was going to be a good move, and then she fucked it up.
Yeah. Well, at least I don't have to see Eva Marie. I'm good.
The only thing I like about Eva Marie is she's hot.
Yeah, that's it. But we'll have her wrestle. Have her be an interviewer.
She can't fucking wrestle.
No.
Not for shit. But
I can't stand her ugly ass boyfriend either. Who thinks he knows everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad they kept her off TV though.
But they're trying to repackage her yet again.
Oh fuck that! She can't wrestle. You can't keep repackaging these people that cannot wrestle. Like it's a wrestling.
Yeah, I know.
It's a wrestling show.
Yeah, I mean, they were big on JoJo, and then JoJo's like, you know what? I can't wrestle. Just make me an announcer, and that's what they did with her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
She won't give up. So.
Yeah. And then we had the New Day and the Wyatts again. Wyatts came out, and then I know they were somewhere in the barn, weren't they? The New Day came out, went out into the ring. They were doing their thing, burning out the Wyatts, and you could tell just by looking at Xavier Woods' face that he didn't want any part of it, anything that was happening.
No.
He didn't want anything to do with it. The positivity is definitely drained from him right now.
Well, and that leads up to the interview like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Because I think that interview was actually after that one.
Okay. I'm going to have to watch the Michael Cole interview.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes long. He celebrates like he goes from being really happy and celebrating up, down, almost being a year old and 6,000 likes. And then when he starts getting into the Bray Wyatt thing, he just turns completely dark. His character completely changes from from being super happy to just like a dark, real, and it's a real good. It's real, it's not just boom. It really caught me. I was like, wow, this guy can really give an interview.
Yeah. I think
Mike did, but yeah. When does he ever do anything?
this is true. This is true. He does. Yeah, I like the segment itself is good, and obviously they accept the Wyatt's invitation to go to the compound, which I think that's going to be an awesome little segment.
Yeah, but watch that interview. It's very short, very sweet, but it gives you some insight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a very good segment, and then obviously at the end, the end of the segment, Woods left the ring, said that he doesn't want any part of it because they're not taking it seriously. So I don't know where they're heading with it, what they're gonna do with it. Can you see Xavier Woods joining the Wyatts, or are they just using the Wyatts to break the New Day up?
Both.
Joining the Wyatts.
Do you think?
Yeah, joining the Wyatts and just kind of breaking them up because I think they want Kofi and Big E to go solo.
I think. Well, I remember there was an interview. I can't remember who it was with, but apparently Vince was torn between Roman Reigns and Big E on who he wanted to push. As the face of the company, as a singles competitor. So maybe the fact that Roman Reigns' thing has failed,
yeah,
he's gonna go to Plan B, which is Big E. And
yeah.
I think
they've been getting a lot of criticism for never having a black champion, a black WWE champion in the longest time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Big E is the guy to do it, I think, or Kofi. Kofi would be just as good. I think Kofi's had his time. Big E's fresh to the company still.
Right.
But yeah, I think being in the New Day has definitely developed Big E into his mic skills are a million times better than they were when he first came in.
Yeah.
So,
when he thought he was going to get fired, that was hilarious. So.
Yeah.
You ever hear about that?
No.
Where he's doing an interview and he put his arm back and just smacked the shit out of AJ Lee.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's like, I thought I would turn around and just see a woman laying in a pile of blood, but he hit her in the boob, but I guess it's more muscle than boob, so she was okay. But he smacked the shit out of her his first day there. He took it I think any other diva he would have hit probably would have started crying and tried to file assault charge. He was just like, "What up? Did you just hit me, bitch?" I mean, that's the look she gave. I was like, "Did you just hit me, bitch?"
Yeah.
So.
That's quality. And then we had the final segment, the Team USA versus multinational team. Yeah, says it all really.
Well, I like the finish because they actually made Zach look strong, and
they made him look like a Soul Survivor type person, like they do with Ziggler all the time, which is kind of cool, I guess.
It was nice to see.
But are they actually gonna do anything with it?
No.
But
was that the whole agreement with Ryder? Hey, we're gonna have you win at WrestleMania only to lose it the next night, but we'll let you win an international 4th of July badge if you want. Oh yeah, sure.
You know what? Let him be a Soul Survivor at Survivor Series too. Give him that too.
Yeah. But, he won that match. You still had the Giant standing in the corner. Jesus, that could have won the match too.
Yeah. It was nice to see Ryder actually hit the Rough Rider for once.
Exactly.
I can't remember the last time he actually hit it in a match.
It was nice to see him get the 3 count off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It was okay. I like the breakup of the multinational team and how it all broke down. I don't get why Kane got disqualified for hitting a man.
I don't understand how Kane was on the USA team.
No, because he was born in Spain.
Yep.
Yeah, but his character's from depths of hell, whatever, blah, blah,
but that's
blah.
not America, is it?
I guess hell's already there. So I guess they're saying, "Yep, exactly."
Haven't you heard, Simon?
Okay.
We are hell.
All right.
But I thought it was funny how like they put all these face guys on the American team, and then they split up the heel or the international team with half face, half heels. I mean, having Alberto Del Rio come out with Sin Cara and
Kalisto.
Yeah.
What the hell? These guys never get along.
No, it was even the heels don't get along, do they? So.
Yeah.
It was alright. It wasn't anything.
I think it was just you already knew who's gonna win. I mean, to have Team USA lose on the 4th of July, that's kind of like stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have been better if you gave it to like Kevin Owens.
Yeah, if he'd won, that would have been. He could have made it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fitting end to the independent show. To the independent.
Would have been better if Kurt Angle was there.
Yeah.
Would have been fucking awesome. If you want to bring somebody back and shock the fucking world on a night and give somebody massive heat to have like the biggest heel return of all time, you bring Muhammad Hassan back and you fucking give the biggest heel reaction ever by having him destroy an American hero like Kurt Angle and fucking you have him take him out on the 4th of July, dude.
Yeah,
I swear to God. No, dude, he's in contract talks right now with WWE. He's one of their main guys right now that they're in contract talks with right now because enough time has passed since his incident. Enough time has passed since his incident.
So, but they're in contract talks with Doink the Clown too. So what are you talking about?
Dude, I swear to God, dude, like this would have been the perfect spot to pull the trigger with Muhammad Hassan.
Well, I mean, if they wanted to bring up newer guys, I mean, Bobby Roode was part of Team Canada for like the longest time. They could have brought him up and and said,
it wouldn't have worked as a massive heel, not to the effect that Muhammad Hassan has. Everyone still remembers Muhammad Hassan's shit that he pulled fucking 10, 12 years ago. Yeah. Everyone still remembers that, dude. So, I mean, fucking, you want massive heel heat, like, bigger than Rusev? That's how you get it.
Yeah, but they don't want to, it's the 4th of July, they want to be nice, kid-friendly.
It would have made a lot of sense, dude. Angle coming out and going for Rusev. That would have made a lot of sense. But that would have been too obvious.
Angle bringing up fucking American Alpha. That's not what everything... I think that's what everyone was hoping for.
The American Alphas aren't done with the Authors of Pain yet.
Yeah.
Aren't they versus the Revival?
No. Oh yeah, they've got their rematch with the Revival, but obviously they've got the Authors of Pain keep destroying them every week, don't they?
Yeah, but they had that match with the Revival with the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, I haven't watched NXT, so.
That's what I'm not trying to tell you. I'm trying to see how much you know first, because I know what happens.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched NXT this week's NXT yet, so.
I'm not saying nothing.
But yeah, so I'm gonna watch that tonight. But obviously that brought the end to the 4th of July Raw, and I think that's probably our quickest ever Raw recap.
And there was 2 in 1.
There was 2 in 1, and it was probably our quickest one.
Yep.
Right. But like I mentioned to Gabe earlier in the Skype about Enzo, he kind of injured him. They're trying to keep it low key right now, but he did hurt himself at the next SmackDown show after that too.
I heard that he hit his head pretty hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he went for
ropes.
He went side dive outside the ring, and when he went to go dive, his feet got caught on the rope, so he flipped more, and he almost hit like right dead in the corner of the barricade in the floor.
Oh.
Shit. Yeah.
Those ring ropes do not like him.
No, they don't. It's ropes 2, Enzo nil.
It's also official now too. It's all over WWE.com. It's Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So
why?
Just why?
So Lesnar's gonna be busy for the next month and a half.
I don't understand why Orton would take this match with the amount of suplexes that Lesnar does, and the the amount of surgery Orton's had on his shoulder. Why would you want?
Yeah.
Why would you want to put?
It's because it's going to be a
that?
quick RKO and out. That's why.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a setup. Okay, so if he gets beat by Mark, I think it all has to do with what happens at UFC.
He's going to destroy Mark Hunt.
If he so say if he destroys Mark, okay, and then at their SummerSlam match, him and Randy get into it, and then Mark Hunt comes out, distracting Brock Lesnar, and then turns around RKO, and then Brock Lesnar loses because of that interference.
Yeah, I could see it.
So I don't see a clean win. I see Randy Orton winning because there's no reason for him to lose. It'd be stupid to bring him back from injury to take an ass whooping, to have a loss. And that's why I think that was they're keeping that tightly under wraps, but I think for that Brock to make that appearance, they got a little bit of trade-off to bring some UFC guys in, maybe, because they don't know what Ronda's going to do. Their big thing was Ronda, but she's totally fucked up in the head right now. She already tried to commit suicide and shit like that, so I think they're trying to, kind of do a little inter-promotion kind of thing, though. They're bringing guys and putting them on SportsCenter. They're trying to be more like a sports entertainment versus, what it is.
One way to that is just get Conor McGregor on the mic.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to wrestle. You just need to get him in that ring and on that mic. Obviously, it'll be censored, but just
get Conor McGregor in the ring with Sheamus. Yeah.
What kind of match would they have? Or what the fuck did you just say, match? Huh? What?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to watch that match. Okay. Fucking subtitles and shit.
See, I understand what they're saying clearly.
Yeah, because you're from that part, so you're right.
All right, well, that looks like that's about it. It's a wrap-up, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll give a shout-out to our Facebook groups we're going to share from.
Yeah, I'll give a shout-out to Pro Wrestling Talk. Cheers for letting us post on their site on Facebook.
Do WWE is Life and Cheap Pop's Wrestling discussion.
Yeah, and I'll do fans of WWE Supercard. Again, thumbs up, guys, for letting us do that.
Yep, the wrestling community. That's where we got our start. That's where we all met and everything.
Yeah.
And then the Wrestling Mayhem show. That's what made me want to get into podcasting.
Yeah.
And with that, everyone have a good day.
Yeah.
TKE out.
TKE out. Cheers, guys.